Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. I have a very special guest, one of my favorite people in the world, Zion Clark.
What's up? What's up?
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's always
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I know you have so much going on. For the people that don't know who he is, I'm going to let him introduce himself and his journey and how he is, where he is today.
So my name is Zion Clark. A lot of people call me Big Z. But I'm from Massillon, Ohio, but I'm a two-time Emmy Award winner on Netflix. World's Fastest Man on Two Hands. Also, I just just crowned myself the king of two more titles. World's most diamond push-ups in 3 minutes, 248, and world's highest box jump launch off your hands, which was 25 inches, but now it sets at 33 inches. And and then I'm an actor, I'm an author, kind of philanthropist. I like to travel.
Motivational speaker.
I do a lot of the foster care system, and I just like to live life.
Yes, absolutely. And we're gonna start with just the foster care system. Like, how your story was on the foster care system. He has a Netflix documentary short film that he's won awards for. Make sure you guys check it out. If you haven't checked it out, it's an amazing short film about his upbringing and his life.
Absolutely. Going through the foster care system was definitely it's really challenging. I didn't know my family for the first 17 years of my life, and it made for a lot of different type of situations that a kid normally wouldn't have. And part of my mission right now is that all the things I experienced from all the abuse, mental abuse, psychological and physical abuse, emotional abuse, all the things that go on in these homes that I experience. There are some kids experiencing the same thing I am, or they're in worse situations.
Absolutely.
What I'm doing with the system is trying to change all of that, give them the right proper treatment they need if they have issues, or if they just need somebody to point them in the right direction so they can still become upstanding citizens.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that you're doing some positive impact in the world. And these records, these world records that you have, amazing, first and foremost. How do you train to, achieve or beat these records? Because this is like, the things that he's doing, guys, is incredibly insane. And like, I bow down to it, because it's just like, how are you doing this fast and at this speed? And it's just insane.
Amelia, I'm going to let you in on something. This is the first time I've said this about that since I've done it. I actually did not train for this class.
What?
I know, right?
You did not train to beat a world record. That is insane. Okay, which one did you not train for?
Both of them.
What? So you were just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna just go and wing it out. So you knew what the record was, but you were just like, all right, I'm gonna just.
I was like, I don't know, it got away from me. If I'm gonna be honest, what? I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be, but I still smashed it anyways.
That is.
Now imagine I probably would have said it at a very much higher level if I actually trained. But like, I've been training for fighting. I've been training to do roughly 300 push-ups.
Right.
That hasn't been in my training regimen. So I was like, I'm not gonna just go burn my arms out every day for this.
Okay, first of all, guys, he did a box jump on his hands at 32 inches.
33.
33 inches.
And that wasn't even my max. I just stopped it at there. You know what my max is?
What's your max?
36.
That is insane.
But like, I didn't want to risk not getting it because I only got a couple attempts.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to go.
So let's take it back. How does a Guinness Book of World Record go when you're trying to beat a record? Like, how many attempts do you have?
You get like two or three attempts.
Okay, so if you fail the first time, you get two more chances.
I jumped at 25 just see if I check out 20. And I knew I had it. But
and what was the record for that?
25 inches.
25, okay.
So I jumped 25 easy. So I was like, all right, put 6 more inches on.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay. So then 31, I was like, put 2 more inches on. So I was like, okay, it's still easy. And Craig's like, he said, do you want to do your max? And I was like, no. I was like, because
if you max it and you don't clear it, do you get another shot, or how does that work?
No, I get a couple tries it and they take whichever one you want to choose, but I didn't want to like ended on a bad note in case I missed it.
Right.
You know,
and I'm sure there was cameras and everything.
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
so
like, it's
you know,
like you didn't want to. You didn't want to go off. Yeah.
You got to play the media, play it smart a little bit sometimes. But it was honestly, it was relatively, except for the push-ups one, that was hard.
Yeah.
The push-ups actually failed my first attempt.
And, okay, so let me let you guys get back on to where we at, because with the push-ups, it's a 3 minute.
Yeah.
3 minute. The most push-ups you can do in 3 minutes, and he did 248 in 3 minutes. That means you're doing how many push-ups a minute?
Roughly 90 to 100 push-ups a minute.
90 to 100 push-ups a minute. That means he's doing like 2 push-ups, give or take 1.5 push-ups a second. Like I can't even do 20, maybe on my knees, y'all. Like I'm not doing like no regular push-ups. You know, the push-ups are hard. You have to have a lot of upper body strength. And I clearly, my arms are like skinny. So
your husband, you can't do push-ups?
I mean, my husband is not me.
You don't train with that man.
No, absolutely not. I mean, like we'll do like road work and, you know, stuff like that. We'll run around the property, and I threw up the last time I worked out with him. So, you know, I went and ate pizza and threw up pepperoni, and I probably shouldn't have ate 3 slices of pizza.
That's where you went wrong. I've done that.
And, you know, he was like jogging and I was walking, and I was just like, well, not walking, but like jogging at a slower pace. And I wasn't training the way he was training, and I threw up. I mean, I felt better. I did it. I didn't quit. You know, I was keeping up with his speed.
You definitely like worked yourself out.
Yeah, I definitely worked myself out. Like I wasn't bullshitting when I did it, because I was like, I know I'm prove to him that I could do this too. Like, you know, I'm not a punk and all of this stuff. But like I did it, but I was like dying at the end. I was like, oh.
See, that's how I feel after like a regular practice day.
Yeah, so you literally train your body to like its full potential every time.
Yeah. Not when I did, apparently not for those records, I didn't. But you normally, like me being a pro athlete, like I'm a pro in every sense there is one. From Olympic level sports to now pro fighting. This is my ticket into the UFC or Bellator or whatever I want to do.
Okay, so we talked about records, Bellator. Let's talk about fighting. I mean, everyone knows you wrestled and your background in wrestling and how that came about. Yeah. Like I said, tune into the next Netflix docu. Is it like a documentary?
Yeah, it's a short documentary.
Film? Yeah. Okay, so make sure you guys tune into that. And so how did you transition into wrestling to UFC, or you know, how was that transition?
My boy, Joey Davis. I got honestly give him all the credit for that. We met while I was in college. My boy, Joey, he's currently a welterweight in Bellator, 170. He's 8-0. And he's also a 4-time undefeated NCAA wrestling champion. So my boy, he's like a legend. He had 133 wins, 0 losses, and then continued in the Bellator and still hasn't lost.
That's amazing.
And it's like a freak. No, you don't see most people like him.
Yeah.
And I remember he just, I'm in college. He went to college, Notre Dame College of Ohio. I was at Kent State University. He knew some of my people, so found out where I lived and like knocked on my door one day. And we got some beers. And then I'm next thing you know, I'm on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And he called me. He's like, hey nigga, where you at? He's from Compton. So he's like, hey nigga, where you at? I said, bro, I'm in Hollywood. He's like, I live in Inglewood. I was like, where? He's like, I fight now. And I was like, what? He's like, come meet my coaches.
Turns
crazy. Out he's under one of the most prestigious Bellator teams in the world. Some of the biggest coaches and biggest names coming in and out. My coaches train people all the way from Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Tyrone Woodley, Chris Cyborg.
All the UFC. I love Chris.
Like the big hitters. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's going to be fun. So when's the first fight?
December 17th in San Diego.
Oh, nice. It's coming
I'm not going to say the dude's name just yet. I want him to still feel safe before
I know that's right.
promotion comes out. But
I love that.
So if he even sees it, just know I'm ripping your head off, boy. So
I love that. I love the friendly yet competitive competition. And Zion does not come to play. So I already know you're bringing the heat.
I'm being nice right now. I'm like,
he's being modest, y'all. He's being modest. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. But like, I like peace. I like being peaceful. But like in there, I get to.
Yes, really I mean you kind of have to.
I like that raw element of it.
Yeah,
either you're gonna be standing at the end of the rounds, or you're not gonna be standing.
Yeah, and like. All combat sports, you're not coming in there to be nice. It's a combat sport.
If you're nice to me and we're getting ready to fight, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, no, seriously. And
Like,
that's kind of like, it's crazy because obviously Deontay's a fighter, and I haven't really experienced him fighting anyone that he has like a close friendship or personal connection with.
I had to do that in wrestling
Besides his
one time.
last fight, like his last fight, this Wilder Helenius fight, this is like the first person that he's fought, and Malik, but Malik and him, it was like, we're brothers, but while we're fighting, this is business and this is what it is. All that is like put to the side. And then when we're done fighting, we're brothers again. You know what I'm saying?
I had to wrestle one of my buddies at the regional championships to get to the national championships when I was in college. And it was it was a semifinal. So like whoever won had it, like we got to go for first place. And I felt weird because like I've known dudes since we were kids. And like we both knew each other's styles, so like everybody's thinking like, Z, you're ranked one of the top in the country. You're gonna walk through this dude, and I was like, you guys don't know that's my friend, do you?
Right.
Like we were on the same club team.
Right. So how is that for you?
I ended up winning, but it's a hard feeling because like when you go to like when I cross face somebody, I'm practically punching you in the mouth and then
like that button,
yeah. And I did that to him, and I felt bad, but like. At the end of the day, I got to score points for my team.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm a captain, so I can't be folded in front of nobody.
Yeah, exactly. No, I completely feel you. And it's like you said, it's either you or him. And what are you going to pick? But then after you're done,
when you go back to being friends. You feel
yeah, absolutely. Trust me, I know.
Unless you're John Jones and Daniel Cormier.
I'm very familiar with it. Definitely very familiar. So are you excited to step into that Bellator world and, just elevate your wrestling to another level?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely like already elevated. I actually took all my training stuff off my pages under the request of my coaches.
Absolutely.
Because what's about to happen is about to be something. It's about to be ridiculous. Like I'm moving right now. I can just say this: I'm moving right now in ways that I didn't think were possible, and I'm making it work. And I'm making motherfuckers sit down. So that's just how it's going.
Wait. Okay, sign me up for a ticket for the fight.
You could I got you.
I will be there for sure.
Bring Deontay with you too.
Yes, definitely. This is December, right?
December 17th, the week before Christmas Eve.
Okay. Oh yeah, that'll be super fun in San Diego.
Yeah.
All right. Stay tuned because we will definitely be there. All right. Motivational speaking. How did that come about?
Motivational speaking I was in college again, wrestling. And this was my sophomore year. I just came off of my first All-American status. So I had big head.
Yeah.
So I was doing my own thing. I'm in class and the athletic director comes in and takes me to his office, sets down these big stack of papers. And by the way, college, I was kind of known for partying a little bit. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, what did I do?
Right.
And he opened these papers, like, we need to talk. And I was just like,
every time you hear someone say we need to talk, it's always we need to talk in a bad way.
And then I see a big stack of papers. I'm like, oh, I'm getting kicked out of school. Like, for real, I'm thinking like, this is going to be a weird conversation.
Right.
To my family. Why I got kicked out of college. I don't even know why I'm getting kicked out yet.
Right.
And, but no, it was this big stack of paper and this school in Akron, Ohio, Cuyahoga Falls. It was like a makeshift school. It was for Syrian refugees. At the time, war in Syria, it was like the conflict was like really heavy at that point, hitting its climax and critical point. And these kids, they had seen my Netflix documentary. It just came out the end of my freshman year of college. And they had wrote all these letters and drew all these pictures talking about how some of them had some, it was crazy. Some of the things these kids knew. Like these were 4 to 7. And they're talking about war.
Wow.
Because that's what they were seeing. Seeing people's heads being cut off, seeing explosions. That's real over on that side of the world.
Right.
And it really put it into perspective of how good I had it, even though I came from nothing too. I was in a position where I was living comfortably now.
Right.
And it kind of it sobered me up completely. Not that I was intoxicated, but brought me back down to earth. And I asked them what I could do for these kids. I didn't even speak at that point. I was actually failing public speaking. That year, the year I failed public speaking was the year that my speaking career took off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? So I went to the school. These kids, you should have seen their faces. Their eyes lit up. It was the coolest thing in the world.
I love that.
And this little girl had wrote in this drawing that said "Be a Zion" with the Kent State colors, and she drew she drew a version of the Kent State eagle and the big yellow K for our school. So I told the athletes, I said, do not lose this piece of paper. Put this on a shirt.
Oh, I love
and then since I was building my name, that's when I was in college, it was the really big building processes for me to actually be here in California.
Absolutely.
So at the time I was building my connections up in Ohio, and I had a lot of pool in Ohio. I'm from there, lived there, and that's how I did all my stuff where I started it all. And so I had Kent State partner with me, BSN Sports. And then I didn't know this, but somebody must have called somebody, but the news channel was pulled up and I gave my first speech, which was recorded to these kids. And it was the best time I've ever had.
Yeah. So it was from that you just took, and plummeted from that situation. Yeah. That's amazing. No,
I didn't want anything. I didn't want money or food or nothing. I actually wanted to give them something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
especially when you're in
good.
A position to do so and knowing that they're not.
And I was don't get me wrong, I was in college. I was broke, but I might have.
You knew you had more than them.
I went to college because I took out some of my scholarship money, which was approved by the school.
Oh, that was amazing.
Which was amazing. I'm glad Kent State went through with me.
That was amazing. Oh, that was so nice of them to allow you to do that.
Because usually that's a fat no, and it's a lot of legal issues.
Right. No, that's amazing that they allowed you to do that. Obviously for the better good. So they
because it wasn't I was just doing some random school. No, these kids were war victims. You're gonna tell me no? Tell me no.
Right.
And I'll go somebody else.
And then I'll find another way. Exactly. And it's just that's one thing that I commend with you. You're not a person that you tell no to and you stop right there. A lot of people, they take something that they might think that is okay, they said no, so I fail. And it's no, I'm going to show you I can do it. Yeah. I just won't do it with you. So that's one thing that I commend with you because you're not going to let no one tell you can't, and that's huge. A lot of people fail in life because they just stop at one no. Even in business,
somebody tells you no to your idea, you just go home and
cry about it. And it's no. It's you're going to get more no's than you are going to get yeses. And that's just the way life works.
Yeah.
It's once you can get that, figured out.
Honestly, nobody wants a yes man either.
Exactly. I would rather you critique me and let me know what I need to change or what your opinion might be. Will I take that into consideration? 110%. Would I change that? I might not. I might, but I still would take that into consideration, be let me try this out and see if it works this way better than my way, you know? So it's all about learning life and the little hacks you can take here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't like to talk too much. I just sit back, I listen, I observe, and then I act. A lot of meetings I go to, you would think that I'm the one that's setting down what I want to do. No, I tell Craig what I want them to do. And Craig tells them. Right. And I come talk, me and Craig talk to each other.
Right. And that's how it should be.
Because I don't want the headache. I'm doing my own thing.
Absolutely.
If you want to work with me, talk to my people.
Absolutely. And I feel too, God gave you 2 ears to listen twice as much as you talk.
Yeah.
We only got one mouth and that's it. So we got 2 ears. So you got to listen more and just observe situations more than we talk because you want to kind of learn who you're working with, analyze what it is that they want out of you and what you want out of them. So it's just all right, let me see what they want, and what I'm willing to give, if I'm willing to give that. So that I feel that's a huge part of business and making deals and just showcasing what it is that you want.
Absolutely. I love it. That's speaking is definitely one of those things where I've definitely utilized it now at this point where I'm at, but kids are still free of charge.
Absolutely. I mean, that's
I go to I make I'll make the school pay for my trip and at least one meal.
Plus one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing in comparison to like, paying you to speak to people that is going to listen and or is going to be an impactful conversation.
It's different. Kids, they're like they're innocent. They're like sponges. They absorb everything.
Oh yeah, they absorb any and everything. Like my 4-year-old now told me last night if she can have 10 seconds of peace and quiet. And I'm like, girl, I'm not even talking. And you over here trying to tell me to give you 10 seconds of peace. I want the 10 seconds of peace and quiet, girl. Like, it's so crazy how they absorb everything. And she'll watch me or like talk to me while I'm using the bathroom. And I'm like, girl, I'm using the bathroom. I can't even use the bathroom in peace. And now she's like, Mom, you could finally use the bathroom in peace. I'll leave you alone. So it's like everything is absorbed like this. It's crazy.
So like when kids, that's also like the foster care system. When I tell people like, watch how you treat these kids. Yeah. Because exactly what you're doing to them, they're gonna turn around and beat the hell out of somebody just because that's what you did to them.
Yeah, it's impactful. It's very,
like
very
me,
impactful.
I used to get in so much trouble for fighting growing up. It's because all I knew was how to get hit. So it's like just knowing how to get hit. Guess what? That taught me how to hit people.
Right. And that, I was just having a conversation about that. It goes back to deeper rooted issues. And it goes back to like what you see, what you know, what you're taught. And that's with everything in life, I'm sure if your upbringing was different, then, you didn't get taught how to hit or you didn't see that growing up or you weren't hit, you wouldn't be a wrestler.
Oh, I'd be soft.
You wouldn't be who you are today.
Exactly. To me, that's soft.
That builds your character, and I just feel like
me having this skill is like definitely kept like a focal point.
Right.
Where like, all the energy builds up to the one spot, it builds up into my martial skill.
Absolutely.
Why I'm famous? Because of my martial skill.
I love that.
Literally because of my martial skill.
Absolutely.
Not because I'm a pro track and field athlete, whatever. I did that for fun. I still do that for fun. And all the directors of Team USA, I love you guys. But just to make that clear. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
right, absolutely.
Like to me, like when it comes between the two, I'm well more versed as a martial artist
absolutely.
Than as a track and field athlete. Yeah, I'm a multiple time state champ and national champ and all this other stuff in track and field. I did that because I watched my sister do it.
Right.
That's the only reason. I watched my sister become the champ. I got jealous, thought it was fun. And
the competitive side of you.
Yeah, and then I went and did it.
Right. But your heart and passion is in martial arts.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's why when I fight, I'm able to give an output of more energy consistently. Even when I'm dead tired, I can still throw a punch. And I can still knock the hell out of you.
Because it's in you to do it. Absolutely. I love that. Okay, what else does Zion have going on coming up?
I'm potentially getting ready to go out the country to a few different countries.
Oh, nice.
Like Australia.
Is it a speaking tour
Germany.
Or is it like a fighting tour?
Speaking. My next fighting contract after this upcoming fight might be in London.
Oh, nice.
So I might be fighting over there.
That'll be
on
fun.
A card as a main event again.
Oh, that'll be so
be the main event 2 back to back. Oh yeah, I'm the main event of this fight, so I'm the last fight of the night.
That's gonna be epic.
So. I don't know how that happened, but I got on a pro card, and next thing you know, there's like, "Hey, we want you to headline this," and I was like, "I guess."
They already know what you can do.
Yeah,
as far as martial arts.
Yeah, my martial skills. I'm around credible people who, without me even being there.
Absolutely, and even before that, what you've done already with wrestling and everything that you've already done in that sport and what you've medaled in.
Like most guys, like as a fighter, they are so intimidated by the fact that I'm a wrestler. They forget that I'll punch them, or they're so intimidated by the fact that I can knock you in your shit,
right?
And then forget that I can still just pick you up,
right? Yeah. And I feel like also too, they might not expect it.
They don't, but they should. My face has been plastered all over ESPN and stuff for years.
Exactly.
Now, so if you don't know who I am, you've been on a rock. If you're an athlete and you're competing on the same level as me. So.
You better ask somebody.
Yeah, for real though. Like I have the respect of the entire community. I seriously do. So.
Absolutely.
And I respect everybody too,
Absolutely.
That's why I'm always seeking out different people, meeting people like your husband.
You guys gotta do something together for sure.
Oh, I would love to get like a nice sparring training session in with him. I would love to learn from him.
Yeah, that would be so
I was
dope.
just with Andy Ruiz Jr.
Yeah.
Like 4 days ago.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
getting a good workout in with him, learning some stuff.
How was that?
He's a cool guy, you know.
Yeah.
I heard him and Deontay might fight.
Yeah, you know what?
Listen, I really don't want to be the middleman stuck in between two people.
Yeah,
if you guys go fight,
and that, you know what, that's always awkwardness, you know, where
it's
like
super awkward.
It's like the middleman, but I honestly,
but I
feel
respect
like,
both of them.
No,
Like seriously, I do. As a
absolutely.
martial artist, you can't be biased all the time. Sometimes you got to
Absolutely.
respect skill when respect is due.
Absolutely, and just respect the journey that they took to get to where they are.
Absolutely,
you know, like Andy Ruiz and Deontay have two completely different journeys and how they got to where they are, but they were both successful in the things that they've done. So I have the utmost respect for Andy, and obviously,
no,
I have
absolutely,
respect
he has a good team behind him too, and so do you guys. You guys have a great team put together too.
Thank you so much.
You know,
yeah,
so I like working with both of you guys.
I mean,
great people attract great people.
Absolutely. And it's, you know, like no love lost or anything. It's at the end of the day, like Deontay's career is his job. You know, that's not something that like you have to take personally all the time.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
Yeah,
like, you know,
absolutely.
my job is to beat you up, fuck you up, or however you want to call it.
And that's what I'm
we
saying.
can be cool afterwards.
Some people think that like I'm doing this just for like fun, to do it for fun. No, like this is a real contract.
Right.
This is going on my real pro record. This isn't a celebrity boxing match.
Yeah.
This is a real sanctioned pro MMA fight. So I'm fighting 3 5-minute rounds.
So do you feel that this is something that you're going to continue doing? Or is it something that like, okay.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, this is my career now.
Like this shit's like just getting started.
Oh, I love that for you. I love that.
I had an amateur fight not too long ago, like a test fight, won it easy. It was fun.
And you're like, just one amateur fight and I'm going pro.
Well, here's the thing. I'm knocking, like me and my teammates, we're knocking the hell out of each other. My teammates, they're not just some layovers.
Right.
These guys are like the top ranked guys in the UFC, in Bellator.
Yeah.
He's like, every Saturday you're watching some of these guys that I'm in the room with on your TV.
Right.
You know, like if I'm not getting better, why am I in there?
Exactly. I love it. I cannot wait. This is December 19th.
December 17th.
December 17th in San Diego. Main event, Zion.
Promotion goes out. Yeah, promotion goes out next week. So just be on the lookout. I'm told I'm not supposed to say anything about the stuff.
I love it.
About my opponent until it comes out. So
I love it.
Then I'm gonna start gaslighting him.
And then he's going in, guys. I could feel it. I could feel his energy. Like I really want to say what I want to say, but I'm being light today.
Oh yeah, no. I've been like biting my tongue.
Oh, I know.
Even my coach is like, don't scare him away. And I'm like, I can be mean. I'm like menacing.
I can imagine.
I'm just nice to everybody because I actually like people. So.
I think that, you know, people like you because you're nice, you know? Yeah. And I feel like
my teammates, they've seen me like the most like unfiltered, uncanned raw essence of myself. Where like you piss me off and you're talking shit to me, I'm gonna fucking dog you out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna beat the hell out of you and I'm gonna break your neck and your leg. Like, and I will probably laugh in your face about it.
He's ruthless. So, he's definitely ruthless, y'all. He has.
I'm like an animal.
Absolutely, I feel like everyone has that in them. It's almost like you're poking a bear, and you know that it's a fucking bear, and it's like,
it's like
I'm a bear.
What's gonna happen if I keep doing this?
You know, eventually you're not gonna be like, oh, thanks for poking me, Zion. Like, you know,
I'm gonna punch you right in the mouth.
Yeah, it's definitely in all of us. You know, that's
part of the human experience. We are built to survive.
Absolutely.
And when you're forced to tap into that instinct, either you have that survival instinct or not. And sometimes that's what it really comes down to in a fight is who has the bigger will to fight, the will to survive, and who's going to be standing even when they don't want to.
Who has the heart at the end of the day. Absolutely.
That's why I like it. I could keep talking about this shit all day.
I know.
Because like talking about it gets me hyped up because like I've been training every fucking day.
Yeah.
Twice a day and I've been busting my ass like to really get this. So
do you feel like when you train for a fight that character, that person that's instilled in you comes out more because it's like,
no, when I'm not doing that, I'm so chill. Yeah. I'm so chill. Like
it's like that mode is there.
That's what I've done. Like ever since when I started developing a real skill in the sport of wrestling, I started to catch an attitude, and I don't know what it was.
But that's
But
exactly
like,
what it is.
like for instance, I remember I was a
inside-
senior in high school, and this dude kept just like headbutting me and snapping my head. And headbutts are illegal, but he was like dirty wrestling headbutting. And so I like smashed his head in the mat, got him down, got a cross wrist, held him on the mat. You know what I whispered in his ear? I said, "Get up, pussy," and he didn't get up. And he tried to get up, so I slammed back down. He kept trying to get up. Dude was so mad you can see the vein out of his head. But I'm like, oh, you don't like when somebody else is being a dickhead to you, do you?
Right.
You know, but like that's like.
But that you know what? Sometimes I feel like.
And sometimes I might just be an asshat just to be one.
Right. And I feel like sometimes when you're trying to be the bully and it's that too is a deeper rooted issue.
Oh, but that's
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a triggering factor
that's
for you.
mental. That's mental warfare for me.
Right.
Because
right.
like imagine like somebody's on top of you beating the hell out of you. Like Khabib did this. Khabib was like, "Get up, bro." Boom, boom, boom. He said, "Get up, bro." Boom, boom. He said, "I think you should give up." Boom. And just kept tagging him up. The dude was defeated physically and mentally. He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Fighting is not something that.
But imagine like somebody
easy.
talking to you and they're beating you up and you can't do nothing about it and they're talking to you.
Oof.
Like he was like casually like Will Calm, like you should give up, bro. As he's savagely just like beating that crap out of this guy.
Oof.
You guys should look that up. Like just like look up Khabib talks trash while knocking guy out.
Yeah, fighting is not an easy sport, and you know, let Deontay tell it. He says it's a business. It's not even a sport.
Oh no, it is. It's politics.
Yeah, you're not meant.
I mean,
to get
I don't know.
hit
MMA, it's a little more vicious, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't. Nobody likes getting kicked in the head.
Yeah, no. MMA is like you got to look out for way more than just punches.
Yeah, you got to look out for boxers, wrestlers,
Jiu-jitsu,
karate masters, jiu-jitsu masters,
everything. Muay Thai,
Taekwondo masters,
all of that. It's insane.
It's so crazy, but that's why I like being a wrestler. Being a wrestler, wrestling is the first developed sport on the planet. Like going back all the way to like BC.
Oh, and
like it's like
fighting in general.
Yeah, like fighting was our first form of athleticism.
Yeah.
But back then we'd wrestle and fight to the death. Mm-hmm. Now we have referees.
Yeah. Now it's more business like.
It's more business like, but at the same time, I've just had like, maybe it's my opinion for at least MMA. When you're in front of a guy that's like top of his class, and yeah, it's a business, and here it's either one of two things. Either he has a big name, well, one of three things. Either has a big name, or he actually has a skill, or he's really a real dangerous motherfucker and he has a big name and the skill.
Or all three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big name, the skill, all that.
Oh, absolutely. So as you know, everyone plays this game that comes on the show.
Yeah.
Super fun game. I got a new one. It's a little bit more PG-13 than the other ones. So we got bad choices, pick your poison, or would you rather?
I don't know. Bad choices.
All right. And game of Have You Ever. I'm going to let you pick 3, and I'm going to pick 3.
How do you play this again?
You just answer the question that I give you, and I'll do the same.
All right, awesome. I'm nervous.
These ones aren't as bad as the bad pick your poison ones.
You're telling me. Jesus Christ.
You want to go first, or do I want to go first?
Hey, do y'all want to see these? You want to read this?
Am I ready for it or no?
Oh, you are not.
Okay, so I'll go first then. I'll leave you to finish me off and kill me in a slow death.
Oh, man.
All right. We'll go to this. Would you never have sex again in your life for $3 million?
No, because I'm about to make $3 million.
All right. It's on you. We're going to go back and forth.
Oh, I have a create your own question card. I want to switch it out.
Okay.
I just realized that. All right.
Is it better or worse?
I mean, these two are bad.
Okay. All right.
But would you allow someone with a foot fetish to lick your feet for $50?
$50? No.
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 So
I mean,
dude
like,
outside was like, hey, let me lick your feet. I'll
hell
give you $50.
no. Hell, especially not like now. If my man was like, "Babe, I want to just lick your toes," and I'd be like, "Are you sure?"
No, not just lick
But
your
it's just
feet.
like,
It doesn't say toes. I'm talking about like the whole foot.
oh hell no. That's just no. For what? Like, what you want to lick my heels for? Like, for what? Okay. As an adult, have you ever physically pissed your pants?
One time.
Okay, tell us the story. Tell us the story.
All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I was I'm not gonna lie, I was really drunk one night. And so say I live right here, the after party was right here, my car is right here. So I'm like, just gonna get in the car, drive literally a block around the corner,
Right.
park it, go in and pass out with my girlfriend.
Right.
So I was dating this girl at the time. And so I get in my car and I'm driving, and literally like as I sit down in the car, I'm like, I gotta pee. So I'm like, by the way, I didn't piss in my car. All right, that'd be gross.
Right.
But all right, so I'm driving and I pull into my parking spot in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like trying to, like, I get stuck in my seatbelt for a second.
Oh my
So I'm
gosh,
like,
that's
I'm
the
like,
worst
I'm like, come
time
on.
ever.
I'm like, come on, man. Come on,
Right.
man. And I'm drunk. So I'm like,
Right.
fuck. So I finally burst out the door of my car. Didn't even make it. I like halfway pissed in my shorts and then just pissed under my car. It was bad.
Well, that's better than being in your car.
Oh, yeah.
That'd have been a whole nother mess to clean up.
Oh, yeah. That'd been a weird detail. Tell my detailer, so what you getting clean? Like, you see, what happened?
I probably would have blamed it on somebody else. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be like, oh yeah, somebody drove my car. Just pissed in my car, guys. Sorry.
All right. I'll save the worst one for the last.
All right.
Have you ever hooked up with someone just because of their accent?
No.
Okay, because I would say no. Like I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening, but it's like, what type of person are you besides how you talk? Like I'm not just going to be attracted to how you talk. Like that just sounds
this sounds dumb, right?
Yeah, but I could see it happening. I could see people being like, oh, that's sexy. He has an accent or she has an accent.
People think that about Craig sometimes.
I could see that happening.
I don't get it.
I can see that happening.
I don't get it.
It's because you don't have an accent compared to Craig. It's a competition thing for you. I already know how you are, Zion. I'm like, all right, it's a competition thing. But I can see it happening because it's like, once I feel like people like different. Like people like the fact that it's not, we go to like UK and everyone's like, oh, I like their accent. And we're like, what accent? The American accent compared to like
and then
English
they come
accent.
here and they say same thing. It's just because it's what you're used to.
Exactly. And people like different.
Because like I've friends that are Portuguese. And they have accents. Mm-hmm. But to me, I've known them most of my life.
Right.
It sounds normal to me.
Right, exactly. Or like even me, I have friends that are Jamaican and they're just like, oh, your accent's so sexy. And I'm just like, they're like, how can you understand it? I'm like, I've just known her for so long, like shout out to Yana. Shout out my girl Yana, yeah. Like and to other people, like her accent's super thick, but I'm like, now I've just known her for so
long, you know exactly what she's saying.
Right, exactly. All right, last but not least, have you ever gotten a tattoo that you regret?
No.
No.
I love all my tattoos. I actually got to finish this one. This is going to connect to my hand going all the way up here. And going
that'll be dope. Yeah, I have a few that I regret, but
I haven't gotten any ones I regret yet. I also haven't been that drunk yet.
Yeah, I see. I've had like decisions to where it's like I was young and I wasn't really thinking and I just wanted to get tatted, or I'm like, oh, my friends are at the tattoo shop. Let me go get tatted and not know what I really want and then just go get blasted and be like, did I really just do this? And now that I'm like older, you're like, damn, do I really got a whole Candyland sleeve on my arm at 35 years old? Like whole gumball on there and everything. So yeah, you live and you learn.
Yeah. All right,
give it to me.
Here's the bad card. Have you ever given or received roadhead?
Roadhead. Oh my God, my dad is gonna kill me. Yeah. Sorry, Dad.
Don't gotta tell me the story.
Sorry, Dad. I mean, at least I'm still with the person, right? So,
I'm crying.
sorry. My dad is gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, you should have
told
took
you.
that picture,
I
took
told
that out.
I told you that was a bad card.
Yeah,
Yeah, I told you that was a
but
bad card.
At least I was honest. I mean, it's my man, so it is what it is. You do freak things, you know. I don't know what to say, but tell everybody where they can find you and all that good stuff about Zion.
Yeah.
He has to compose himself. Like, I know the people that are watching here are like, this girl does charity events, but she's a little freak. All right, go ahead.
You can find me at Big Z97 on Instagram, Big Z No Excuses on TikTok. Just look up Zion on Facebook, Zion Clark on YouTube, and Big Z97 on Twitter.
Love it. And make sure you guys tune into all things that Zion has going on. His fight coming up December 17th in San Diego, where he will be the main event. Super excited for him at his Bellator debut.
Not Bellator.
It's not Bellator.
No, it's right under them. I got to win in this league to get to Bellator.
So this is like the, okay. Exciting.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
That's exciting.
But it's like going to be like the biggest fight that they've ever had.
I love it.
Yeah,
so stay tuned for his
and it's
MMA
going to be on pay-per-view too.
Debut, pay-per-view. Zion Clark is going to be on your TV screens December 17th. And that is it for Telli Talks.